Right guys, so I haven't filmed everything, but I'm sure you can agree that that is a better solution to what we had. So this is a part I got off eBay, like I say, and I've just put a coat of hammerite on it, cleaned it up. Got some new poly mounts, both sides, replaced them both, and the engine is rock solid. So just before I bin the old one, see, some people were saying I should just start the car, stop worrying about stuff like that in the last episode. Completely right to think that, but yeah, that's why I didn't start the car. The engine was hanging on by a hair, so I could see this bit when I viewed the car and I knew it was bad, but when I looked under it, took the under tray off, I knew it was that bad, so that is definitely fit for the skip. Also, just wanted to point out, I used some rope that I found in the back of the 340 to hold my new piece up to paint. Look at that, recycling. Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Well, you've just seen, I mentioned it in the last video, the cross member for the engine, absolutely knackered. You've seen the before and the after. We fixed that. So I've been told by a lot of people in the 3800 forum and stuff like that, do not start this car with damaged engine mount. So I didn't just have damaged engine mount, I had no mount. That's the thing, isn't it?
It was floating.
Yeah, it was a floating engine, and I was advised not to even start cranking it like that. So that's been fixed. So the beginning bit of the video you've just seen then, that is a problem sorted. It's got poly mounts, a new or reconditioned big subframe cross member, whatever you want to call it, and that is in now. But we're going to get the big elephant in the room and get this started now, aren't we? So we've got some new oil, got a battery, but for now we're going to get the battery on it. Got a genuine Volvo oil filter, got two of them, and we've got a new water pump, and in here is a fan belt. So we're obviously going to just start with a battery. We're going to get that on the car, and yeah, let's see what works and doesn't work after 25 years of standing, and then we can play about getting all the car ready to rock and roll and start. Let's go for it. Hey ho, if it actually does turn over and we start cranking it, we'll get some fuel on it. You never know, we might just do the first initial start just to get everything going, but it definitely needs oil change and I want to do that. So yeah, these are all the parts we got from Classic Swede, really helpful. Oh, I forgot to mention, we have got 4 new spark plugs, but we have got genuine ones in the car. So let's go check out what we have on the car. Right, shall we turn the key for the first time since 1997? I'm worried, James. Is it good? Oh, there's lights. We've got an oil pressure light, a battery light, and a very faint handbrake light. So, oh, that works. The handbrake's off. Look at that. Should we do? Should we try something?
Look, I think actually there is a bit of power to the radio as well. Or is it just shining? No, there is definitely a light behind there. The hazards work.
Oh, they're on.
They're on. They don't flash.
The lights.
That's the heated.
That's the heated rear
window.
And we got lights. Well, that light's on.
Should we go have a look?
Let's go have a look.
So we've got a very faint light there. Number plate light seems to be working. But we think the number plate light is reflecting into there, so we haven't got side lights.
Absolutely nothing at the front.
No.
Oh no, I thought it was going to be a good Volvo.
Well, there's going to be some electrical issues, isn't there?
Oh, wipers work?
Way.
Oh, they're bad. Right.
Yeah.
Shall we just try and turn? Oh, I really want to.
Go on. Nothing.
Has it seen anything in the fuse box? But it might be
I've got a Haynes manual.
Is it Volvo very good at putting it on the cover?
The cover's just got numbers.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no, it's not Volvo, is it? That's why.
No. Try again, see if anything happens.
Oh, there was
a relay then.
click there, yeah.
Is the relay clicking on and off?
So the starter relay's clicking. So
But there's no...
So there's either no power going to the motor or the starter motor very likely seized. We might have to get the
Let's get the
persuasion
tappy stick on the starter motor. Oh, where's the starter motor?
Should we take this wheel out?
Yeah, let's take the wheel out.
Or is it literally
It's
just...
hooked on.
Oh yeah. That ain't gonna stop anything, is it?
Right, let's get a tappy stick.
Is it down this side? No. Oh, nice new poly bushes.
Nice, aren't they?
There's the alternator.
There's the starter. It's here.
Right at the back, is it?
It's there.
No.
Right, tappy stick. Just drop this window.
It's not electric. We don't even know if it's actually got power going to.
No.
I did actually bring all my multimeter and everything with me, so
Might need to.
we might need to do some scoping and just making sure it's getting power.
Come on, car.
James could hit it or do the key while you're
Yeah.
tapping it.
Do you wanna? Good suggestion by Matt there.
Yeah, that is it, isn't it?
Yeah.
You tap the solenoid rather than the motor, don't you?
Ready?
Yeah.
Right, we're cranking. There's life!
Was you tapping the motor or the solenoid?
I was tapping both.
Oh,
James has just got
oh.
the magic
I
touch.
just got the magic touch, yeah.
Wow, this is free.
Right, well, that we should
Well, it's
probably.
not now.
Well, I think we're gonna have to tap it every
Yeah.
time we start. Well, that's a good sign.
That is a good sign.
So we need to check for spark. Really, we probably should take the plugs out.
Check for spark. Get this filter out of the
Has
way.
it got oil in it?
Yeah, got oil. It's good. Got good oil
Do
level.
you want to run it on the old oil, or are we going to change it?
We should really do it properly. There's a vote. There's 3 people in the room. Are we changing oil or are we just cranking?
I'd just crank it.
Should we check for spark first?
Let's check for spark, but we're cranking.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
We're changing oil next
Oh.
episode, guys. Right, so we're going to get this air filter out of the way and we're going to try and disconnect that fuel pump.
We're going to take the fuel. We don't want it
Because we don't want it sucking that in. So let's get this off. There's a bolt that I've just taken off there and it's fell out, so that's that. Has it got an air filter? It does.
I'm going to say these are.
Genuine Volvo.
Well, these are very genuine Volvo cable ties.
Right,
On the
are they a
hoses
bit
here.
stiff?
They're a bit stiff.
So
yeah.
we've got a new one of them, but we'll set that down there now.
We might need to get some petrol rated hose clamps, but
Get this out of the way. So I'm assuming it's them 3 bolts. Oh, it's got one butterfly on the choke.
do you think it's missing, or is that
I don't know if
deliberate?
that's meant to be like that or.
Someone comment below with the answer.
Yeah.
There. Oh my god, these cable ties, jeez.
Meanwhile, James is fighting a
I should have bought the bigger snips over that. What's happened to it? Literally just moulded. And I'm trying not to cut the.
I mean,
I don't want to cut the actual hose.
after all these years, would there be fuel in? I imagine there would be some fuel in there, but it'd be very bad.
Well,
It's one of them, isn't it? Ram and parked. We should be fine.
wow. God, if this was a Mini, this would not be coming off this easy.
It's a Volvo though. And as everyone said in the comments, it's a fake one. But
Shall I? Have we got a bit of tape or something so I can mark which one was right and left?
yeah, I'll grab something now. Do you
Like
see if the
check
choke
that.
works?
Have a look.
I think the choke's.
It's a Volvo, of course it's going to work. Yeah, it does, yeah. Does it stay out?
Yeah.
Yeah? No, well, then that's a result.
Right, so that's one.
no close peg for you.
Throttle linkage works. We can check that off the list. I think. And we can hit the start motor a bit better here now.
Yeah, we can actually see what I do.
Look
Right.
how mint it is in there.
The one with the blue tape was on the right hand side if you're looking at it from the angle that I'm looking at it
Oh, I've
right
just broken the
now.
can. Okay.
Oh no.
No, it is working. It's fine. Right, I think we decided, yes, we're going to change the oil, but let's just have an initial fire and then we'll change the oil. don't let it run with this oil.
Well,
for
there's
too
no
long.
point wasting oil if it's...
No, lubrication is lubrication. So we'll get that done. Right, spark plug socket. Let's get a plug out. That was interesting. These genuine Volvo plugs.
Yeah, you had a much better, bigger pair of snips in there. Why didn't I grab those? Look at the size of these pliers as well. Now, whilst you're there, do you want to use the pliers to pull that hose off because it is moving? That's got a Volvo part number on it. Interesting.
Get that on camera. Is that any good? Not too bad. Doesn't look dreadful.
A little bit oily, but I think that's actually copper. No,
It's got copper slip round it.
Slip on it. So that's actually what that is. That's actually
The actual plug looks pretty
That's a really
decent,
good
doesn't it?
colour, actually. So.
Yeah, so right. Let's put that back on the lead. What are we saying? Spark or no spark?
I think it's got a spark. Yeah.
It's got to have a spark. It's got
Yeah.
a brand new healthy battery, okay, with a dodgy terminal. It would be beat. So yeah, just to clarify, we're going to try and get some spark, hopefully. James just disconnecting fuel lines now from the pump because if it pumps, we don't want to pump all that shite fuel into it. So we really don't want that to happen because that is going to clog everything up. If it pumps at all, we obviously don't know if the pump works. But yeah, then we get going. So we're literally just going to try spark and then fire, and then oil change.
Tap the start motor, aren't we?
Right, so who's tapping, who's starting? Right, 2 positions.
As long as it doesn't backfire in my face.
Be fine. Ready? Ignition on. That's that relay.
I must have just had the magic spot the first time.
We've got power. You can hear the relay, the starter relay clicking.
Is it turning now?
Right.
No, it's
Try and grab the belt off and just turn it over by hand.
no, there's not. That's the ignition relay. There was another click when you turned the key.
Try taking it all the way out. Key out, maybe.
Stop. Just because that was the ignition relay, which probably means the coil's energized, but the.
Is it time for a multimeter?
I have got one in my.
Can you see the connections to the starter motor to be easily accessible?
Yeah. So this cable we've just taken off the starter motor. The terminals, stuck in there. You can see the condition of that. Everything down there is that condition. So I think we're going to have to probably do what we should have done. And
We got excited.
let's clean this up.
Yeah.
And then we might not have to keep hitting that with repeatedly with a hammer and a claw hammer like that. So let's try and get that little end out of there. That's dust. Yep. So that's that gone. Let's get that unbolted. And
We should get a brass hammer, shouldn't we? Really.
I just think we shouldn't use hammers to start cars.
These brass is a bit softer.
But yeah, that's.
Is that still in there, or is it?
No.
No, it's just turning into dust.
Yeah, it's just dust.
Yeah.
So
Can't even call it rust. It's dust.
ginger dust. We like ginger dust on Simpsons Classic. Right, that's out. I'm going to unbolt that, and then
take that lead off.
we'll bring you guys back in, and this car will start. Well, no, it won't. We will get spark, and then we'll get it going.
We were doing so well.
Right, let's get that off. Will it just come off, do you think? Oh, it doesn't sound nice. Oh, no, it's going. There you go. There you go, it's off.
Did you put any plus gas on there?
Nah, I just sent it.
We have the tools.
Just to let you know, guys, we have disconnected the battery before people get worried for my health. It's all good. Oh, that's not nice. That's quite corroded. Right, let's clean this up. That's kind of the condition of everything down there.
Yes.
That's not good. Oh yeah, that's not. It's not that bad.
Super awful, but
It's warm.
well, that means the solenoid is stuck. Then still, it's engaging, but it's not moving.
Right.
Oh no, the solenoid's engaging, but the motor isn't.
Give that a quick clean down there.
Look at the state of that washer. Like, look at that. Yeah, I'm gonna treat this car to a washer.
I don't think we've shown them the state of the brake fluid. Anyway, it looks like brake fluid.
Some sort of fluid.
Do you know what? It's not actually that bad. I don't know how well the camera picks that up, but there might be water in there. There probably is water in there, but we don't need brakes where we're going, do we?
No.
Not just yet. Actually, no, we do, because we won't get an MOT, will we?
No. Right.
Oh, usually.
First new part going in. Let's get that bolted in. Clean off. That's on. No!
You dropped it?
Yeah, dropped it.
You can't stop making markers, so I start laughing and I start shaking the camera.
Oh, do you know there's one thing that we haven't actually tried? The hook doesn't work.
Battery's not on.
It might work then.
I'm on the power line here, I'm not.
It's quite a weird horn. It's like, it's two switches. For a Volvo, you normally got the big,
massive centre.
yeah, like manly.
I think it's got an airbag.
Shouldn't
Is
say
it?
that, should I?
Has it got an airbag?
No, I don't think my Volvo does either, actually.
You've got a 700 series.
Yeah. It doesn't have an airbag.
This is getting plugged back in, I'm hoping. So. Oh. Kind of. That needs replacing, really.
As long as there's enough to trigger the...
Right, let's get the battery back on. Before. There's always one. Well, the horn works. Right.
I thought you saw that coming because I was just trying to press it.
You see that? That's how I get. Right. Will it crank?
No, probably not. Oh no, sorry, optimistic. Yes, it will.
It's gonna crank.
No.
No.
I need to find that magic spot again, don't I?
Yeah, that sweet spot. So I think we've got a C starter, guys, and it's really not helping issues right now.
I can hear the relay clicking, so I think.
I don't think it's that.
Can you feel the solenoid clicking on the starter?
No, it's the starter relays. I think it's this one of these two.
Yeah.
Let me just see if I can find that magic spot again.
But if you're not getting, I mean, either that or you short the starter out. You just put a screwdriver across the two terminals with the ignition on. Sketch, but.
Yeah, no, I think that might be a plan that we might do.
If we think, oh, if I got my multimeter, we could test that that's working, isn't it? Oh, you on?
Oh, wait a second. Oh, that sounded like
Something
fuse
saying-
or
something-
Something
relay or
clicked then, didn't it?
Pop then.
Yeah.
Metal.
No spark.
No spark.
But it's turning over freely.
Well, we freed the mode start mode.
Yeah. That's a success.
It smells like petrol.
There's no,
Or oil. It's probably the oil in the boards you put in there.
there's we need to check for spark now, don't we?
Listen.
All you could do now is pull the king lead off to center of the disc and see if you're getting anything from the CDI unit. So take that off, stick your plug in there and find a good earth like on the alternator or just a good earth somewhere. But at least it's turning over a bit better.
It's going to be a
This is
very...
where you get shocked.
Yeah, don't turn it over, that's not...
Restored.
There you go.
Oh, I want to do the whole thing now.
Trouble is, I need this to sort
Yeah,
of...
stay in there.
Ready?
I've got latex gloves on, let's...
It will shock you once.
Oh, not.
We're not pinching a bit better into the end.
Well, I can pinch it with a pair of pliers.
Yeah, just try and crimp it a little bit.
Yeah, they'll be fine. They'll be rubber, aren't they?
Yeah.
Do you think I can do that?
Ready?
Okay.
Hopefully I won't get shocked from this.
You won't. No spark.
I would say there's a little condenser on there, but that's just for interference. And then there's these two. There's a crank sensor by the looks of it, which is on the end there. And then this must go over to the ignition of some sort. Should we pull these plugs? And that wasn't on very tight actually. They're checking the crankshaft positioning sensor this is a continuity test, but
Yeah.
because if it was beeping right now, we would it would mean it's a dead short. Crank it over.
Yeah.
Stop it. It went up to like 60 millivolts there, but
Right.
so it went up and down as you
getting
stopped.
a
So
signal.
it's got a signal.
Yeah.
Put it into resistance. Let's see what we're getting. Nothing.
No resistance,
Nothing at all.
but it might not be triggered because it depends where it is.
No, I'm just testing the actual circuit itself, so it should still have resistance throughout the circuit. So if the coil inside are broken,
Yeah.
but you're not getting any resistance
Kind
at
of
all.
concerned that that's broken, that coil.
Crank it over. I just want to see if it changes resistance as it's cranking, but nothing.
No.
But on AC, it did change
did do
voltage.
something,
So
didn't it?
I would expect something's variating, which it is just looking for that gap, isn't it, in the crank? But
And if you stick it to volts, we can always check the coil and see if the coil's actually getting power. It has got power.
it has got power.
Right, that's good.
Yeah.
I wonder how difficult it is to take that crank sensor out.
Doesn't too bad. So we just grabbed the crank sensor out, giving it a bit of a clean down.
There was loads of crap and dust and rust
Yeah.
all on it. Doesn't look super awful, and we tested it with an AC multimeter, and it does seem to fluctuate up and
Yeah.
down as it was cranking. So we're not.
Don't think it's
100%
failed.
sure,
It
but
might, yeah. But I've heard some people have commented saying these are quite prone to crank sensor faults. So we'll get that put in. We're trying to get this off to see if they'll look at the rotor arm, but that's not happening. Ready?
Yeah. Yes! Spark!
Yes!
Oh, you were right.
The man behind the camera. Oh, that's cool.
So actually, so it was just the dirt on the crankshaft.
Yeah. Well, the people were saying, is it magnetic? Or something? Loads of people commented saying
Well, it's
very,
open.
very common for this.
It doesn't actually sit in the bell housing. It's literally a hole on the top, so
Yeah.
all the crud can just sit on top.
And me and James are like, we'll take that dizzy cap off and tune the rotor arm. And Matt behind the camera here. Oh, no.
Yes.
Oh, so we might have pops and bangs in a minute.
Hopefully good pops and bangs.
Well,
Right, let's get this plug back in.
yeah, let's go for
Bit
it.
of easy start.
Bit of easy start. Let's
We're
see.
not, like I say, I want to service this car. I don't want it to run long, but we need to know it does run.
Tomorrow's job.
And it's a bit too exciting not to do this now. So
Yeah, I think we'll get into
we're
that.
just going to get this going. Right, let's do it. First start, hopefully, since 1997.
Because
Maybe a pipe just
you just pulled out a capful down it or something.
Is it?
Because it's not run for so long and
Oh my god, the thread on that is actually surprisingly long. I was like, that should be fun.
just turning and turning.
It's been a long day.
You've had enough Volvo
I've
antics for
driven
one
7
day.
hours.
Yeah.
7 hours it took me to get here. Like...
Right, we'll try and find fuel.
Here, isn't it?
Just spray it and go for it.
Ready?
Spray and pray.
Are we going?
Yeah.
And Mark had the pleasant taste of petrol in his mouth.
Yeah, so I've just siphoned petrol out of our Clubman estate, which is parked down there. Obviously you see it in the background of the pictures. So we've got fuel, proper fuel, and we've got a fuel tank, which we're gonna use this
Safety first.
safety first, because it might rock around, you know, it's quite a powerful little motor this. So we'll strap that in for the ride. That's not going anywhere.
Fuel tank delete.
Fuel tank delete. So we don't obviously want to suck bad fuel, although I think we have pulled a bit because it stinks, but we've now deleted that and it's all...
That wasn't actually connected though, it's just spilt all over the floor.
Yeah, so I think we're ready to start. Could this be the first start? That's off the F1.
Oh, that's where it pulls the vacuum for the gearbox. Okay, right, nice. That ain't gonna worry.
So let's do it. First start in 25 years?
Well, first idle.
Yeah, it shouldn't technically idle now, it's got...
It has technically started.
Yeah, obviously we're not going to run it long. We want to service this, which we might cover in this video or in the next video. So this needs a new water pump, it needs servicing. We just want to know it runs. I know originally wanted to service it, but I just want to hear it run now. And it's so close, isn't it? So let's... Who's cranking? Who's the way to grab an accelerator? Or
It depends if the start motor
yeah,
locked up
let's
again.
try that. Yeah. Ready?
Sorry.
Wow, that's a lot of debris. To run.
Yeah. I could see it pulling it through.
Yeah, it was like every time it was pumping,
Yeah.
you could see it go.
But when all the crap came up, jeez.
Carbon monoxide card. God, that LED does flash when you have no petrol.
I know.
Yeah.
That's brighter than the.
It's a Volvo, it's a safety thing.
Is that recording now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ready?
Right.
Yeah, go for it again. This is still recording.
Where is the show?
It's on the other side by this. If you get in, you'll be able to see it.
I'm going to come around this side now and look at the dash lights.
Accelerator now, see if the accelerator works.
The left-handed accelerator. That feels weird.
It works.
Okay.
This has got oil pressure.
It's down there.
Apparently we don't have oil pressure,
There's the.
but it probably hasn't run enough for that.
it there? Right there.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Alright, full choke. It's not in neutral, but it is. No manual gearbox in this. Right, okay.
It's idling! Is it idling on its own?
Let go. It is idling.
It is idling.
The left hand.
Hey!
I'm gonna put the choke in a little bit.
And that indicator. Oh, the wipers work!
Oh,
One of the wipers works.
I haven't got anything else.
So did Matt get sprayed then?
Nearly. But what? Right, you've got two pumps. You've got one for the
back and one for the
and one for the front. So they're wired in. Just try your washers again.
Oh, look, the wipers work! Look, do it again!
Again. Believe it.
This car is just coming back to life.
Right, so we have repaired down there. Obviously, it's a bit.
It's temporary.
It's jerry rigged up a bit. Just a temporary measure. But then what we've done is we've pulled the pipe that runs up there into the carb off into a cup, and we're going to see if we think the pump's working fine, but just crank some of this old fuel out and see what condition it is, and then we'll go from there.
Had a little bit of a look in the tank, and there's no evidence of rust or corrosion.
It doesn't look terrible, and the fuel that's coming out, it smells old, but it's not bits and horrible rubbish. So
just drain out the old stuff, put some fresh stuff in the tank.
Yeah, and also we've just worked out that Furious Driving will be very happy. Look at this T-shelf. Look at that. So yeah, we're going to get cranking with this. So
if the starter motor's happy still.
Yeah, might leave it a love tap again.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're going to start cranking now.
Oh, the what? Wipers? No, that was the front. That was the fault. The headlamp washers.
Yeah, it's pumping fuel.
That might be the last of the fuel that was in the tank.
That might be the last of the fuel, but that.
Oh, it's old.
It's got. I think, to be fair, this cup's not clean.
No, I've seen browner fuel.
So yeah, we've got a. Yeah, it's not that bad.
But that means the tank is officially empty now.
Yeah, so we're going to put some fresh fuel in.
I mean, put some fresh fuel in and cycle it, let it clear out all the crap out of the lines, and then if it starts coming out clean, I think there's no reason to.
Do you think they want to buy that on eBay? 25-year-old fuel, because this is better quality than what you get these days.
Like they used to do.
It's like a good old brew, that, isn't it? Right. First, tank of fuel.
Yeah, first fill up that I have not tightened hard enough.
It's probably the can. It's not very good. But it's getting its first drink. Yeah, that tank's empty.
You can hear it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's stopped leaking now. I've tightened it.
Right, so we're going to try with some fresh fuel. Relay.
Little drags coming out. There's probably air in the line because we just run it dry, haven't we?
Yeah.
Well, the start light is working, so that's good. No tapping.
Try again?
Try again, yeah. It's
We're getting fuel, aren't we?
it started dripping, but it's not like flowing like what I would expect it to be. Unless we need to put more fuel in, because I don't know how good the pickup is where it picks the fuel up.
Right, so you now join us at the back of the car. So we weren't getting any fuel at all, were we? So we can draw it out of the tank, that's out of our jerry-rigged up tank, but we can't get anything out of here. So we've undone these screws. I think James managed to get 3 of them out. 2 of them out perfect, but one's rounded, but we managed to get it out.
Still managed just to get it out.
We're replacing with some stainless ones, but regardless, so oh,
there's a problem.
There is our problem there. There's a lot of fuel there.
And that's the return line.
And that's the return line. So
it's literally just degraded off, isn't it?
Yeah, the clamp's still on it.
Yeah, with a bit of fuel.
Yeah, so you can see there, that's obviously not good. There's a bit of a hole there.
Don't lean on that.
Look, another Volvo. Yeah, we need to have a look at these. I don't know how long that one's going to hold up, to be fair.
It doesn't look like it's leaking, but...
No, but that is proper old fuel as well. But the system's working, but it's just got a break in the system.
That's why it wasn't sucking, because there was no pressure. There was no pressure going back through the return.
No. So
although it managed to pull from the front tank. I don't know. Well, we'll figure that one out.
We need to fix this, basically. So we're going to jump on with that, try and find some supplies, and work a plan out. Also, guys, remember to like, share, and subscribe to the channel for more stupid attempts of starting cars like this.
Oh, it wasn't stupid. It runs.
Well, it does run, but does it move? Which I'll find out soon. Right, so yeah, at the back of the car, we've just borrowed a part off Roy over here. Just a barb, just to try and extend that and then join it in with a bit of better hose. And then under the car, so this is where I need your help, guys. I'm assuming the fuel lines run through the chassis rail. You can see the fuel there that's leaked, because there's no pipe work at all under the car. So there's obviously a blockage somewhere, there's obviously an issue somewhere. So what we've done is we've got our Ghetto fuel tank, which James has strapped back in for safety.
Yeah, that's not going anywhere.
And it's rigged back down there. So we just want to see it here at idle. And then I think we can call it done, can't we, James?
Yeah, and the one thing we were going to ask was, is there a fuel filter?
Yeah.
Because we're getting nothing out, we can't see anything from the tank.
And if I drop the tank, which I think what we're going to have to do, we can obviously blow all the rubbish out, but I just, yeah, does it have a fuel filter? I can't see one anywhere in the engine bay.
It's a plastic pipe that goes into the chassis.
So there might be one above the tank, I don't know, but
we're going to have to drop the tank.
Let's crank it.
That's the best idle we've had. Honestly, air filter.
I think that's a good end to this video.
Yeah, I think it's a very good end to this video.
So to recap, we've tried getting it running on the fuel tank, haven't we? There must be a filter somewhere. The pipe, it needs to drop the tank.
It's not sucking any fuel through.
Bottom line, tank needs to come out. We need to clean that out. Need to put the new connections back onto that. Hopefully it'll pull the fuel then with no leaks. Putting the air filter back on's helped quite a bit of the idle then, because it's idling properly.
It's idling much nicer.
There's a lot less vacuum leaks. I mean, when I let go accelerator then, it probably put a bit more choke, it'll probably stayed idling. Obviously we need to do the water pump on it, we've got no coolant at all, so we're not going to leave it idling for ages. It has to boil around for what? 15, 20 seconds really.
Yeah.
Down there obviously we need to sort out these, but our Ghetto fuel tank, which is obviously quite a safe optional extra to Volvo.
Who would have? Honestly,
that's why that strap's there.
We were discussing this, and we said if you ever had a problem with your fuel line and you got broken on the side of the road, this would actually probably get you home. Yeah, like it's surprisingly, it's not going to go anywhere.
Well, Volvo being so sturdy, that wouldn't move anywhere.
No, it won't.
So obviously we're not recommending that, guys.
No,
don't do it. Maybe something for the future. I think that's a good end to the video.
Yes.
What do you think? I think that's quite a good end to the video. So big thank you obviously James holding the camera currently. And Matt that was here last night. We've managed to sort the crank sensor out and we've got it running. It runs. 25 years and it's literally, it's singing like a little champ. I don't understand why does it just do that? It's because it's a Volvo, well it's a Renault technically. Right, next video, drop the oil, water pump, and then we need to try and work these fuel lines out a little bit, and then hopefully you can start. But I think, should we try and just put it in gear?
Should we see if it moves?
Go on.